3 common cruciferous veggies that fight endogenous estrogen and abdominal fat. I bet you didn't know that there is a specific class of vegetables that contains very unique phytonutrients that actually help to fight against stubborn belly fat. Something you may have never heard about is that certain chemicals in our food supply and our environments, such as pesticides, herbicides, and certain petrochemicals from air and water pollution, household cleaners, plastics, and cosmetics can react with your hormones and make your body store excess fat, forcing your body to hold onto belly fat. These harmful chemicals are known as xenoestrogens, which are foreign estrogens, substances that are close enough in molecular structure to estrogen that they can bind to estrogen receptor sites with potentially hazardous outcomes. Sources of xenoestrogens include plastics, pesticides, chemicals, and water systems. Xenoestrogens are hard to avoid in the modern world. Excess exposure to these can cause hormone balance disruptions for both men and women. So if you thought this article was just for the guys, these chemicals can wreak havoc in the body for both guys and gals. Xenoestrogens are clinically significant because they can mimic the effects of endogenous estrogen and thus have been implicated in precocious puberty and other disorders of the reproductive system, along with many other problems, including cancer risks in the long term. Common environmental estrogens that you should be aware of, and avoid where practical. Atrazine is widely used as an herbicide to control broadleaf weed species that grow in crops such as corn, sugarcane, hay, and winter wheat. Atrazine is also applied to Christmas trees, residential lawns, golf courses, and other recreational areas. Atrazine is the second largest selling pesticide in the world and is estimated to be the most heavily used herbicide in the United States. BPA, bisphenol A, is the monomer used to manufacture polycarbonate plastic and epoxy resins used as a lining in most food and beverage cans. BPA global capacity is in excess of 6.4 billion pounds, 2.9 times 109 kilograms, per year and thus is one of the highest volume chemicals produced worldwide. The ester bonds in the BPA-based polycarbonates could be subject to hydrolysis and leaching of BPA, in the case of tinned tomatoes for instance. It has been suggested that bisphenol A and other xenoestrogens might cause disease to humans and animals. DDT, dichlorodiphenyl trichloroethane, was widely used in pesticides for agriculture until it was banned in 1972 in the United States due to its hazardous effects on the environment. DDT continues to be used in many parts of the world for agricultural use, insect control and to fight the spread of malaria. DDT and its metabolites DDE and DDD are persistent in the environment and accumulate in fatty tissues. Dioxin, a group of highly toxic chemicals, is released during combustion processes, pesticide manufacturing, and chlorine bleaching of wood pulp. Dioxin is discharged into waterways from pulp and paper mills. Consumption of animals' fats is thought to be the primary pathway for human exposure. Endosulfan is an insecticide used on numerous vegetables, fruits, cereal grains, and trees. Endosulfan can be produced as a liquid concentrate, wettable powder, or smoke tablet. Human exposure occurs through food consumption or ground and surface water contamination. Pbb, polybrominated biphenyls, are chemicals added to plastics used in computer monitors, televisions, textiles, and plastics foams to make them more difficult to burn. Manufacturing of Pcbs in the United States stopped in 1976, however, because they do not degrade easily. Pcbs continue to be found in soil, water and air. Pcbs, polychlorinated biphenyls, are man-made organic chemicals known as chlorinated hydrocarbons. Pcbs were manufactured primarily for use as insulating fluids and coolants given their chemical stability, low flammability, and electrical insulating properties. Pcbs were banned in 1979 but like DDT continue to persist in the environment. Phthalate are plasticizers providing durability and flexibility to plastics such as polyvinyl chloride (PVC). High molecular weight phthalate are used in flooring, wall coverings, and medical devices such as intravenous bags and tubing. Low molecular weight phthalate are found in perfumes, lotions, cosmetics, varnishes, lacquers, and coatings including timed releases in pharmaceuticals. Zeranol is currently used as an anabolic growth promoter for livestock in the US and Canada. It has been banned in the EU since 1985 but is still present as a contaminant in food through meat products that were exposed to it. Let me explain what these unique vegetables are and why they come in handy and help to burn stomach fat. One of those cool tricks that I teach my clients that hire me for nutritional counseling is the use of cruciferous vegetables to help fight against stomach fat. Cruciferous vegetables are vegetables of the family Brassicaceae, also called cruciferae, with many genera, species, and cultivars being raised for food production such as cauliflower, cabbage, kale, garden cress, bok choy, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, mustard plant, and similar green leaf vegetables. The family takes its alternative name, Cruciferae, New Latin for cross-bearing, from the shape of their flowers, whose 4 petals resemble a cross. 10 of the most common cruciferous vegetables eaten by people, known colloquially in North America as cole crops and in the UK, Ireland, and Australia as brassicas, are in a single species, Brassica oleracea. They are not distinguished from one another taxonomically, only by horticultural category of cultivar groups. Numerous other genera and species in the family are also edible. Cruciferous vegetables are one of the dominant food crops worldwide. They are high in vitamin C and soluble fiber and contain multiple nutrients and very specific and unique phytonutrients such as indole 3-carbinol, I3C, that help to fight against these estrogenic compounds. By fighting against these belly fat-stimulating estrogenic chemicals, this is just one more step in helping you to win the battle against abdominal fat. So there you go, that's just another excuse to do what mom always told you and eat more broccoli, cauliflower, and those devilish Brussels sprouts. I've really learned to like Brussels sprouts in the last year too. Melt a little grass-fed cheese on them and mix in some garlic and they taste great. To discover more about the advantages of eating produce from the fat-fighting kitchen, check out the link in the comments below this video.